Hey, hi. Okay, yeah. I just wanted to hear the intro. I love it. Okay, so this game, dripping with atmosphere, just like all the good noir games tend to be. It's an adventure game. I haven't streamed one of these in a long time, but yeah, as you can see, I've played it before. Played it together with Tiny, in fact. And yeah, I love it. It's probably one of my favorite recently released adventure games. Kind of like I was gonna say something between Discworld Noir and like Phoenix, right? But yeah, okay, let's jump into it. All right.
I ran out to get a pack of cigarettes, but I left my wallet at home. Yeah, that's me. I'm getting old. My name is Sonny Featherland, an investigator for 20 years, and once the star of the Predatory Division of the Clawville Police Department, one half of the legendary Chicken Police. But buying a pack of smokes is more than I can handle right now. Maybe I should just lay low. Yeah, I'll do that. The most colorful place in the wilderness. For all the gods, what bullshit. The last clucking color left this city years ago. And slowly I'll turn gray too. Still, what do I expect? We're living in a vast experiment and don't even notice that everything got clucked up a long time ago. We believe in this wonderland of peaceful coexistence. Wolves and sheep, chickens and hounds. Yeah, sure, why not? It's just ridiculous. The dog eats the chicken. It's in our nature. I'm not propping up the illusion anymore. 121 days, and it's over. Retirement. What could possibly go wrong? Crap. My office lock is a piece of shit if a dame can pick it. She stood in the darkness. The light painted stripes on her body. It whispered secret little things that were never there in the first place. But she was no zebra. Reality was just a light switch away. Elizabeth or Charlotte? I was sure she'd have a sophisticated-sounding name. She had a bygone look in her eyes, older than this ancient building, and perhaps the whole city itself. Or maybe I'm just drunk. But she was the first womanly thing in my place for a long time, so I had to give her a chance.
Oh god, that voice, it's just so perfectly gravelly. Alright, hey Tiny, hey PP. Yeah, I played around with the chat a little bit, you know, put the old Kismet phone font. It's the usual one I use for like noir stuff. I think I used it on Discworld Noir as well. Alright, yeah, let's jump in. So the game is set, if you noticed, right around New Year's Eve, and yeah, this will come in a little bit more important later on, but yeah. Yeah, so it's an adventure game. Alright, let me just double check if I have everything here. Yep. Alright, let's there we go.
Who is this dame, anyway? And what the cluck is she doing in my apartment on New Year's Eve?
Let me introduce myself. My name is Deborah, Miss Deborah Ibanez.
You're mistaken, ma'am.
Oh, really? Please enlighten me, Mr. Featherland.
I'm not a private eye. I'd recommend Mr. Philmar Lowe instead of me. He's a nice guy.
Believe me, Mr. Featherland, it's not an accident I came to you.
Look, miss, I work for the police, and I'm currently on leave. I couldn't accept private commissions even if I wanted to. Not even from a classy dame like you.
Am I that easy to read?
That's my job. But tell me, since you've invited yourself in, would you like a drink?
I don't usually drink.
Well, I've gotta have one, and it'd be rude of me to drink alone. So, maybe some sherry?
If you insist. But bourbon, please.
Ah, thank the wild ones. That's all I have.
What a coincidence.
So come on, spill it, from the beginning.
Alright. Should I look around first? Let's see. There's a bunch of stuff, but I think I can look around after I've spoken with her.
She doesn't seem so dangerous that I need to grab my gun, but you never know. My last cigarette. You're lucky I don't have a light, pal. My wallet and my badge. The wallet is real, the badge ain't. Chief Bloodboil took mine, so I got this one out of a pack of cornflakes, just in case.
Okay, yeah. Actually, where is the...
I don't even know where the key is. Whatever's inside is gonna stay there forever.
I don't see any of the alcohol. Okay, let's speak to Deborah over here. Oh yeah, you have no idea. Like I said, it's probably my favorite game. Like it's right up there with Phoenix Wright. No, sorry, The Great Ace Attorney. Like, I love it that much.
That's better. Now, if I understand correctly, your mistress is receiving threats. What kind of threats, exactly?
It's a very strange matter. First, there were letters. Then it came printed on a wine bottle's label, sent as a gift. Then carved into a brick, thrown through the window. And finally, they painted it on the wall of the house in giant red letters.
I think it's time to dig a little deeper. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask you some routine questions.
Please, that's why I'm here.
New function, questioning. Okay, so here, this is the interesting thing about this adventure game, like the questioning. You can kind of fail it, or you can perfect it. And there's an achievement to get all of the questioning correct. So I'm going to try to go for that one, but I don't know, I hope I get it. Let's see. Focus on what you know about the suspect. Is he or she suspicious? Concentrate on that. Subject, John Doe. Get it? John Doe. This fellow is rather suspicious. I need to concentrate on that. Focus. Suspicious. Impressions. Suspicious. Detective meter. So with each question and answer, the detective meter will go down and up. Oh, they're literally explaining this. He's suspicious. He's suspicious, huh? I'm suspicious. Why are you suspicious? I love this atmosphere of the game. Gather impressions from the suspect. Every impression adds a new question line. Yep. He's your best friend. It shows how well the questioning is going. Keep it on the positive side. Yes.
I must be cautious and smart. This dame seems shy, which I can use to my advantage. But I must be careful about what I say to her, or I could scare her off. Let's start gently, and when the time comes, we can go in hard.
Okay. She is shy, so I'm gonna use against her. Well, not against, but you know.
Who exactly are you, ma'am?
I'm not somebody important, Mr. Featherland.
You're important enough to deal with such a delicate matter, right?
I carry out the wishes of my employer, nothing more. This means simple paperwork, most of the time.
You've been thrown into deep water, sweetheart. Tell me, can you even swim?
Believe me, this is just as unpleasant for me as it is for you, if not even more.
Okay. Oh. Not very confident. Are you sure you're alright? Which part of the city? Yeah, let's go in slow. Let's not play to her anxiousness. Let's just... Which part of the city?
Tell me, which part of the city do you live in? Calavera Hills? Flowerville, maybe?
Look, I don't want to answer that. I'm here on behalf of my employer, and not on personal business.
Fair point, Deborah. Let's try a different approach.
Oh, that was plus 10. Yeah, Calavera. And like the... what do you call it? The detective that he was suggesting at the start, he was Phil Marlowe. Phil Marlowe. Like Philip Marlowe. Anyway. Yeah, I love this game. But you know that already, Tiny. Okay. Why did you have to visit me on this particular evening? Stop playing the fright and pray, sunshine. Nah, let's be... You know, polite.
Why did you have to visit me this particular evening?
I have my reasons. I may look like a silly little fawn, and maybe I am, but I still have common sense.
I don't doubt that for a second, Miss Ibanez.
This day is essential to my mistress, and she thought it's also important to you.
A message in itself, for sure. But to be honest, even you are.
You know what? I'll just take that as a compliment, even if it wasn't meant as such.
Alright. Why did you come visit me? Why not your employer? Were you born and raised? Do you even know what you want? This is... I don't know, too impolite, and it doesn't even... like, progress anything, it seems. Were you born... It's not related to the case, I mean. Were you born and raised in Clawville? This is, again, not related, so... Why'd you come visit me? Why not your employer herself?
Why did you come to visit me? Why not your employer herself?
My employer is Miss Natasha Katsenko. She hasn't been leaving her home lately, only if she really has to.
How so?
Miss Natasha is afraid. She's scared because of those unwanted messages, and everyone knows who she is.
So she's that kind of woman.
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you do, Deborah. Thank you, by the way. We're finally getting somewhere. We avoided the point long enough. Deborah's hiding something, no question. Let's focus on that.
Okay. What do you want from me? What exactly did you expect? Sure, it's intentional, but are you toying with me? How did you get this? Like, what do you want from me? I feel like it's too direct. Yeah, what did you expect? I'm not a private investigator, I'm a cop. No, well, previous cop, but yeah. It works good with this chat font. Yeah. Okay, yeah, what exactly did you expect by coming here to meet me?
What exactly did you expect by coming here to meet me?
I expected your help, just like my mistress said.
Oh, that's very nice. But have you seen this neighborhood? Have you seen this wreck called a hotel? Who were you hoping to find in a place like this?
Someone reliable.
Well, I am reliable.
And discreet.
That's right.
And thorough.
No question about that.
And has a heart of gold.
Okay, let's stop it right there.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Are you in some sort of jam? Let's pretend you never found me. Too risky for me, I can't take the guess. Do you think you're cut out for this kind of work? Probably the first one. Like, this is the one that seems most connected to the case. Even if there is or isn't a case, I don't know.
Are you in some sort of jam?
Nothing of the sort. There are simply things better left unsaid.
Then you're wasting my time.
I trust your instincts. You'll manage it.
Yeah, and I have no other choice, right?
To be honest, no, Mr. Featherland. Not really.
What? Okay. Have you ever felt truly vulnerable? What kind of question? Okay.
Don't you think this whole thing is a little suspicious?
Look, Santino. I'll explain everything.
I have no doubt about that. You look just the type, sweetheart. No offense.
I'll take that as a compliment. Or maybe I'll act like I haven't heard it.
You see, we're starting to understand each other.
Yeah, just slightly, sus. And yeah, okay. I'll talk about what I'm actually thinking right now after the questioning. Okay, tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all? If you won't come clean, what's the point of all this? I feel like this is a little bit too pushy. Yeah, why should I believe you? Convince me. Like, this feels a little bit more aggressive towards her, and she's frightened, so I don't believe she will respond well. Okay, tell me, why should I believe you at all?
Tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all?
Because my mistress trusts you.
Should that be enough?
If you really like what she thinks you are, then yes.
Damn, what can I say to that?
Look, I didn't mean to back you up against the wall.
You have a way with words, sweetheart. Did you ever want to be a cop?
No, not for the world.
Heh, smart answer.
Yeah, 1 for you, 1 too. Even if I do love Sonny. Okay. Well.
Be honest and tell me what you're so afraid of.
You know, Mr. Featherland, my mistress's partner is Hobart Wessler. Or as most people know him...
Ibn Wessler, the Kingpin.
Exactly.
Feathery gods, help me.
So you get it now. The secrecy.
To put it mildly, I think I understand it all. Wessler. This little piece of the puzzle changes everything.
Yeah, I mean, that's the genre, PP. Okay. Focus accuracy 90%. Ah, crap. I guess I missed something. Okay, well, that works. I think that the achievement is to get true detective for everything, not 100% focus. Maybe I got something wrong, but 5 stars, I am down for that. This is one of the other Sherlocks? Yeah, do you know, did he use this gravelly voice for that Sherlock as well? But yeah, that's just the genre, you know? All of the Double Entendres and stuff. Okay, important clue. The employer, Natasha's current significant other, is the infamous gangster Ibn Westler. Okay. Yeah, so what I was thinking... This... I like the way that they have adapted the questioning mechanic in the game. It brings a similar feeling to the combining of clues mechanic in Discworld Noir, but I cannot explain why. It's probably something that I imagine detectives would do, and it's well gamified, I guess. Okay, yeah, let's continue. Alright, so the notebook is the detective's best friend. Here you gather vital information about the case, the suspects or victims, and the locations you will visit. How does it work? Click on any text or picture in your notebook to read the translated version in your language. Oh, I see. So if I were playing in French, for example, it would read it in French. Oh, that's nice. Alright, yeah, so let's see. Questioning points, 9 out of 80. I hope I can get... I hope there's like... I hope I didn't miss a point. That's what I'm... that's what I'm hoping. Okay, yeah, so here we have the clues. The victim, a lady, is the target of some strange threats. All of them are written. The mysterious messenger, Miss Deborah Ibanez's employer, is a certain Miss Natasha Katsenko. The employer, Natasha's current significant other, is Mr. Westmore. Oh yeah, and you can like check info for each suspect, I guess. Well, people, not exactly a suspect. It's like LA Noir, but you know, if he's about to leap across the table to pick someone up and break their back. Okay, yeah. Okay, Deborah Ibanez, Impala. Female, pretty and fragile, nothing too special. Peliscatus. She has remarkably green eyes, and she's definitely in trouble, so am I. Right, what do we have here? She runs errands for her employer, yes. She's afraid, and she's secretive. Okay. Her employer currently boasters, yes. We know that she's part of Iban's crew. Yeah, there we go. She's the girlfriend of Ibn Westler. Okay, other people. There's Ibn. Good-looking, charismatic, and a clucking gangster. One of the most well-known gangsters in Clawville, real estate mogul, bank director, museum owner, distiller, smuggler, and information broker. And that's only the half of what I've heard about him. He has his dirty little paws in everywhere in the city's underworld. Alright, let's see, what's the Chicken Police? It's a famous detective duo, Sonny Featherland and Marty McChicken gained some fame through a case the press called the Bloody New Year's Eve. So that's why Deborah was like, there's some significance to you about New Year's Eve. They flew high for almost 10 years when a fateful brawl put an end to their legend. There is a series of novels about them by Meredith H. Marbo. They had published 10 books over the course of 7 years before the series faded out of public interest, as did the Chicken Police itself. Yeah, so what's the city of Clawville? It's an independent city-state for more than 900 years. During the city's foundation, 4 nations had joined forces, represented by the 4 animal figures and the 4 hands on the crest of Clawville. Yeah, at the start he was saying like wolves and chickens living together, or whatever, wolves and sheep, I guess. In reality, the tribal alliance of the reptiles and the great insect clans had also played an essential part in the city's founding, but they never got to be represented on the crest. This gave birth to a political and cultural antagonism between the species. Clawville preserved its political autonomy, and the dream that it's the only state in the wilderness where a predator and prey of any race can live in peace, hence the name the City of a Thousand Colors. We'll check out the wild ones later.
Legs that go on for days, deep dark eyes, silky skin and voice. You're in big trouble, pal.
I feel you, dude.
Why don't you take it to the police? Just go there and file a report. Photos, flashing lights, fingerprints, you know the drill. The evidence is very clear. Even a moderately talented detective could easily wrap this case up. Or just try the phone. 555-111.
Please, take a look at this.
Well, okay.
It's a photo of me, naked. Well, I was close. Here you will store all essential items throughout the case. You know, the last cigarette and stuff.
Oh man, I totally get you.
Yep, I feel you, cigarette. What?
I know Molly very well. Please note this when deciding whether or not to accept my assignment. Miss Ibanez is a trusted friend. Treat her as gentleman. N.
Molly?
I felt like I'd been hit on the back of my head with a blackjack. Reality tilted. Molly. Good gods. What was her name doing there? I glanced at the opposite wall with the well-worn picture frames. Like an eternally dark hole in the wall. A missing piece. She was wearing a light silk dress and singing a lullaby. The waves caressing her beautiful long legs. Why Molly? Why now?
Mr. Featherland? Santino, are you all right?
What the hell is this supposed to mean?
I don't know anything, Mr. Santino. My mistress told me to give this to you. She said you'd understand. Don't you?
Oh, of course I understand, Miss Ibanez. I get it very well. But this case is becoming more and more confusing. It's starting to look like blackmail.
Blackmail?
Don't play innocent with me.
But...
All right. When can I visit?
Visit? Me?
Not you. Miss Katsenko.
Oh, yes. You can find her at the Tsar Club.
Didn't you tell me she's not the social kind? That she's especially unsociable? Or does she only like loud and crowded clubs?
No, she's really not like that. But she owns the place.
Judging by the flyer, it must be a very busy club, especially on New Year's Eve, right?
I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding Miss Katsenko, but there's one small problem, Mr. Featherland.
Let me guess. Mr. Wessler better not know about my visit.
Exactly. How did you know?
20 years experience, ma'am. Oh, and please, call me Sonny.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Sonny.
I'll talk about the rest with Ms. Katsenko in person. A good friend of mine would be happy to take you home if you'd like.
I'd appreciate that, Sonny.
Alright, let's see. Who's the new person? Who's Molly? Tasha must know my wife Molly. From somewhere. Or perhaps she has very good informants. I must find out what the connection is. Okay, who's Molly? Can I see Molly here? No. Okay, but I can see Louis. Louis C. Hayward. He's a Bono, an old friend of mine. He's stuttering heavily when he talks. He is the owner of the once reputable Atlas Hotel, and a good friend of mine. At the moment, he's my landlord. It's the only two of us living in this unbelievably enormous hotel. He's crazy about detective stories, and he gladly helps me whenever I ask him, so he's a fanboy. Louis's number is 555-932.
This is one of the most beautiful memories from my old life, before Molly left me and took our daughter.
Yeah, and he was saying that there's a missing picture frame over here with where she's singing a lullaby. Okay, 555-932.
Hey, Louis. Am I bothering you?
No. Of course not, Sonny. Old friend, what's up?
Could you come over? I've got a favor to ask if you're not busy.
For you, anything. Just a minute.
Hey.
Louis arrived a few minutes later. He lived in the rooms above, so it wasn't difficult getting here. Not to mention that he's a rabbit. It was a quick hop. The Atlas Hotel was his inheritance. It was once a well-renowned place, but not anymore. The last economic crisis ruined it, and now, besides me, he was the only resident of this enormous place. The good old rabbit. I can always count on him, even on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, don't you have anything or any place to go, Louis?
Could I ask you a few more questions, Deborah?
Feel free, Sonny.
Oh, snap. Okay. It's a good thing that I didn't, send her off with Louis immediately. Sorry, Louis, you're gonna have to wait a little bit.
I've already told you more about myself than I wanted to.
Afraid you'll get your hands dirty?
I'm afraid I already did.
Okay, what do you think about the hotel?
You think my whereabouts aren't a secret?
Do you think they ever were?
Well, I was hoping.
Clawville is a big city, but not so big that Santino Featherland can hide in it.
Oh, please. Flatter me more. So, Ibn Wessler, eh? You know you could have dropped the bomb a little earlier.
If I started with that, I'm sure you would have thrown me out.
You're right. He's one of the most dangerous gangsters in the city.
I only know he's an influential businessman.
Isn't that the same?
Not even you can see the world as that black and white.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with Miss Deborah over there. With Mr. Featherland.
Sonny, I've already told you what I know. I've never read the message. My job was to give it to you and nothing more.
You really are this innocent, aren't you?
I'm not sure I get what you mean.
Let me give you some advice, sister. Leave the city and get as far as you can from the likes of Ibn Wessler.
It's not so simple, Mr. Featherland. My mistress needs me.
Is she really that important to you? That you drive around in the dead of night to questionable places to deliver messages you know absolutely nothing about.
I would do more than that for her.
I see. You're smooth. Real smooth.
Thank you, Mr. Featherland.
Sonny, please. Just Sonny. So this Natasha dame.
Look, I'm just the messenger. You have to talk to my mistress about the details. Miss Katsenko was very clear on this matter.
I see, but...
Please, Sonny, let's not make this even more uncomfortable.
Okay, understood. Let's drop it.
Thank you.
Alright. Well then. Hey, Lewis, what you doing, dude?
Thanks for being so quick, Lewis. Can you drive Miss Ibanez home? I have some things to take care of.
Of course, Sonny. You know, anything for you.
Thank you for being so considerate, Sonny. I appreciate it.
Don't mention it.
Goodbye, then.
So long, Deborah. Before I visit the club, I have to take a detour. I've got a feeling that this case isn't going to be a one-man job. And there's only one bird in this city I can trust. My ex-partner, Marty. He's going to be at the station. I can only hope he'll be willing to talk to me.
Yeah, what the hell happened between you two? Alright, can you guys go? I need to look around my apartment.
Books I'm never going to read. Maybe nobody ever has.
Oh. I have a few stacks of book like that as well.
I don't see colors anymore. Only emptiness. Everything faded. I need another drink.
Yeah, I feel you, dude.
I don't even know what these papers are.
Decoration? Maybe? Oh, cheap whiskey.
Every whiskey has the same color nowadays. At least in this price range.
Well, I mean, don't... Does whiskey have different color? Like... Actually, what's the color of whiskey? Wait, okay. Okay, it's amber. Okay, but I'm not... I think we had this conversation, like, when we played the game before. It can be like darker and lighter and stuff, yeah. Okay, so what's the difference between, like, whiskey and bourbon and... I think there was one more.
I promised myself I'd write a novel one day.
Oh, PP, you have read all of the books? Yeah, good man. And gin, I think gin is significantly different than the others. Bourbon is a kind of whiskey. Okay. Like, yeah, yep. Yeah, next time I'm gonna get some cheap whiskey to play this game. Okay.
I can't even remember the last...
Yeah, maybe it's the typewriter is for the pile of papers.
Behind that door lies the kingdom of dirty clothes, cigarette butts, and empty bottles.
Oh, so your bedroom? Oh, yeah.
I wanted to travel the world when I was a kid, but I think I'm gonna end up dead in here whether I like it or not.
Oh, well. Oh. Celebrity cops from the dump.
We used to be star cops a few years ago. Tabloid press, radio interviews, and even a book series. I don't miss those days. Of course, Marty, my old partner, would disagree. He just loved the spotlight.
M.B. Davis.
M.B. Davis, the eternal king of jazz. The photo is from the days of jazz prohibition. I only heard the old man live one time, but I'll never forget that night. And not only because I woke up at the harbor without my gun, my badge, and my pants.
Okay, gin is made from grain too, but also juniper berries. Oh, interesting. Good times.
The good things in life don't last long. The best ones always leave first. I saw that in the window of a shoe store. I never understood it, or what it had to do with shoes.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is Sonny and Molly. Yeah, this is Molly. But I don't know what these people are. They kind of look like kids. So maybe she was a teacher or something.
The Wild Gentlemen. Those guys rebuilt the city after the Great Fire of 867. My heroes when I was a little chick. I'm starting to think they should have left Clawville as it was, burned to the ground.
Yeah, strong mood right there. Speaking of strong mood, like this is... I love the mood of this game. Like, check this this small light flare over here. Like when I move the camera, it goes around. Oh, there's a few actually. Yeah, it's just a slight and such a small effect, but it adds so much, in my opinion. Okay, let's see. Scene types. Main scenes move the story forward. These scenes also determine which locations open up or close down. You need to complete all of these if you want to beat the game. Limited scenes are open for a specific duration, which is determined by the main story progression. If you're a completionist, be sure to visit all of them before you move on to the next main scene. Closed scenes cannot be reached for the time being. This state will often change throughout the story progression and can be temporary or permanent. Okay. I guess I can only go to the Clawville Police Department right now. First, yeah, well, what new do I have here? So Deborah, she lied to me in many little things. The whole blackmail story she told me about should be taken with a grain of salt. And about Natasha Katzenko, she owns the Tsar Club. I can find her there. And the wild ones, I'll check it out in a little bit. Okay, yeah, let's go to the Clawville PD.
It was New Year's Eve, and I was driving, half drunk, risking my whole life's work. But still, it didn't feel any different. Every day was the same. And the 121 days I had left till my retirement seemed like an eternity. When I look out the window of the hotel room I call home, I see the same thing every day. A woman in a red nightgown dances slowly in circles to smooth music. The 9 o'clock show, with a glass of cheap bourbon and the red gown with the silent music. In the meantime, the proud city of Clawville is slowly eating itself alive. And we're still here, with nothing left to lose but our sanity, while others, the smart ones, had already gone. Molly. Does her name really upset me this much? All those years of solitude, and I still jump without question every time I hear it. And then there's Marty, my ex-partner, who hates me. But I know I have to speak with him, no matter what. Why do I feel like the past is watching me on this goddamn night?
Man, he's
I knew
got
where to
style.
find Marty. At the station, we'd always draw straws about holiday duty. Marty never joined in. He always took the New Year's Eve shift, even though he had someone to go home to. I understood. 10 years ago, we survived the night the press called the Bloody New Year. Forgotten by Clawville, but not by us. We both left parts of ourselves behind that night.
Okay, yeah. Change of scenery, change of music. There we go. Let's check out the outside of the station, then we'll take a short break to drink some water, and yeah, we'll check the inside of the station.
Every time this poster disappears, good old Blood Boil puts it right back, immediately. I tore it down at least 3 times already. Actually, it's a kind of passive-aggressive game for us with the chief.
For the crown, for the king! We need you, citizen! Serve, protect, public service! Yay! It's like, oh, dogs? Cat? Is that a cat?
Back in the day, I used to patrol the city's streets in one of these. I don't miss it, but it used to have its advantages.
Like what?
If you drive a cop car in Clawville, you can do almost anything you want. Until you've got the red and blue on, nobody asks a damn thing. Maybe that's why cops are the biggest gangsters around here.
Yeah, speak truth.
This happened when that old bloodhound, Blood Boil, was promoted to chief of police. The Castilia clan thought this would frighten the old hound, but they were so wrong. Retaliation came the next morning. Raids on 4 warehouses, a dozen bad guys dead, and twice as many busted. Nobody messed with old Blood Boil after that, or Chief Marrowbone, as they call him around here. Could have been fixed up ages ago, but it was the chief's explicit demand not to. They can say a lot of things about the old hound, but he's got a sense of drama for sure.
It's about sending a message, I guess.
Could have been fixed up ages ago.
Alright.
I'm sure it's Blood Boil. I'm sure it's Blood Boil himself taping back the torn off posters, like some maniac. He must have a dozen of those things in his bag for emergencies. Phyllis and Roy's. 2 hedgehogs with an arrogance typical of novice cops. They're as prickly as they look. Officious little shitheads, but harmless.
Yeah, look at okay, that's so funny. Like, they have a raincoats on, but they're all they're all torn apart because of the spikes.
Well, look at that. Hey, Sonny, what you scratching at over here? I heard the big boss threw you out.
Tough luck, boys. I may not be on duty, but I'm still a cop, just like you. Well, more than you.
Hey, you don't have to be so peckish, old bud. By the way, you're in luck. Blood Boil's not in tonight. Malloy is in charge.
Oh, God. That clumsy buffalo is here tonight. If he doesn't end up in a cell again, he's lucky.
You got it.
You looking for Marty, eh?
I see you're still the brains around here, Phyllis. Yeah, I'm looking for Marty. Birds of a feather flock together.
I see you're still the funny guy round here. You'll find the giant feather duster at the shooting range. As always.
Hey, Royce, I'm telling you this because maybe you'll be able to understand. If this prickly shithead makes another racist remark, I'll strangle him with his own raincoat.
I'd love to see that.
Hey, whose side are you on, you jerk?
So, what kind of accent do they have?
By the way, what's with the raincoats? Couldn't you find an umbrella?
Why? Frank says it'll be rain, and see, it's raining. He's a frog, so he must know.
Yeah, well, I'm a rooster, but I hate getting up early.
Raincoats are just fine, okay. You have a problem with that, Sonny?
No, just, you know, the spikes sticking through and all.
Is something wrong with our spikes, chicken?
Yeah, you know what? Just forget it.
Yeah, sounds like a cop.
Whoa. Don't you freeze, boys? It's cold outside.
Yeah, truth be told, I'll freeze to my bones, Sonny. Even through this jacket, I'm completely soaked.
Really? I don't know why.
Don't listen to him, Royce. And you got nothing better to do? Bugger off.
Okay. Just sometimes you two truly amaze me.
I see. Okay. Carlton Phyllis. Special feature. I hate him. Yep. Mason Royce. I hate him almost as I hate his partner, Phyllis. A little ass plug. He is too small of a fish in the ocean to be worth bribing. Big and dumb, it resembles my partner, Marty a little, except that Royce doesn't have a kind heart. Oh, poor Marty. Okay, yeah, let's check out the list. The wild ones. 3 gods are revered in most places across the wilderness. They're the great wild ones who make up the holy trinity of creation, destruction, and silence. Wait, what? Okay. Hariti. Hariti is the goddess of creation, Tapti is the lord of destruction, and Nkfatiti is the genderless ghost of silence and nothingness, keeping the balance between creation and destructions in their never-ending conflict. Interesting. Yeah, so they'll be saying by the gods and gods take you, and you know, plural. Alright. Yeah, let's take a break. I need to get some water, because if you can tell, my throat is getting a little bit dry. I wish I had some whiskey, but sadly no. Alright, yeah, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. In the meantime, I'm gonna put some different part of the soundtrack on, because I'm gonna tap away. Alright, back in a couple of minutes.